welcome to my channel Science with Ankita. Today I will start with the chapter water. It is one of the most important constituent of the Earth's crust. So without further ado, let's get started with the video. Water is basically a colorless and odorless liquid. It is considered as the major constituent of all living beings and it makes up 70% of our body weight. The chemical name of water is dihydrogen monoxide because the formula is H2O. So two molecules of hydrogen is present. So it is dihydrogen monoxide. Physical property of water. The boiling point of water is 100 degree and freezing point is 0 degree. This we all know. But what will happen if the pressure is rising? So with increasing pressure, the boiling point will increase. Higher will be the boiling point, higher the pressure. The boiling point of water also increases due to presence of dissolved impurity in it. Now consider a situation where you are having impurity present in it. Now the impurity has its own boiling point. If the impurity is putting pressure to it, the boiling point will rise because the impurity suppose have a boiling point of X and boiling point of water is 100. The total will be 100 plus X. Hence the boiling point rises. Similar situation arises when it is being considered with respect to your freezing point. The freezing point of water decreases with increasing pressure. The reason being same, it is due to presence of dissolved impurities in it. Okay, so important question from this part is why are the pressure cooker useful in the hilly area? In the hill what happens? The water is going to boil at a lower pressure, means the atmospheric pressure is very low over there. So the boiling point is lower than 100 degree and in that situation it will not boil. What will you do? There you are going to increase the pressure under pressure cooker. So pressure cooker is acting as a external pressure and the pressure when rising, the boiling point will also rise. When the boiling point rises, your food will cook very well. Okay. Next point is the anomalous expansion of water. Before that, we should know what is the density of water. The density of water is considered to be maximum at 4 degrees centigrade. What happens? The value of water, the value of density of water becomes 1 gram per cc or 1000 kg per meter cube at 4 degrees centigrade. Okay. Now, anomalous expansion of water is a situation. See what happens if you are heating something. If you are heating something, it is supposed to expand. This is a general criteria and on cooling, it is supposed to contract. So this situation is very common and that is also the case with water. But there is another problem over here. What happens? Water at a temperature between 4 degrees centigrade to 0 degrees centigrade is going to show contraction. It is supposed to contract, right? But it will be expanding instead of contraction. You are cooling down the temperature, but it will be expanding. This criteria helps many fishes to survive in cold regions. See, how do fishes and aquatic plants survive when pond gets covered with thick ice? So this criteria of water, this anomalous expansion of water can easily be utilized for such cases. Okay. Next physical property is the latent heat of fusion of ice and the latent heat of vaporization. Amount of heat energy required by ice to change into water is known as latent heat of fusion of ice. Water is supposed changing from 0 degree ice to 0 degree only but liquid. Here there will be no temperature rise. No temperature rise. This point is very important. The temperature is not changing but the specific value is 336 joule per gram, 80 calorie per gram. This specific amount of heat will be required during this conversion. However, there will be no temperature change. Okay. Similar is the case of water, where water from liquid version is going to convert to gaseous version. Okay. The specific value rises over here, 2268 joule per gram or 540 calorie per gram. The value is quite higher in this case. Next, the specific heat capacity of water. The fixed amount of heat absorbed by 1 gram of water when it is undergoing a change of 1 degree centigrade. Suppose water is undergoing change of 5 degree to 6 degree. In this condition, there is 1 degree rise. Okay. Now, it is requiring some amount of heat. 1 gram of water requires some amount of heat to get converted to the next higher temperature. This is known as specific heat capacity and the point is the specific heat capacity of water is high. Very high specific heat capacity. This factor basically helps water to act as a coolant. Okay, water is used as a coolant. Why? See, if it is a cooling agent, if it is taking some time to rise from a lower temperature to higher temperature, means it can act as a coolant. It will not get heated up very easily. Same concept is applicable for land breeze and sea breeze. Land will get at a particular temperature, it is supposed to receive amount of heat. Same concept is for the sea breeze as well. I am keeping this question as a homework. Comment down below. If you can't, I'll be answering it in the next video. Finally, water acts as a universal solvent. This property we all know, that anything you add to water, it will get very easily dissolved. Now the question is why? Answer to it is, it acts as a high dielectric constant. What is this high dielectric constant? See, in this diagram I have shown water, H plus, OH is water, okay. Now the partial charge development. This is partial charge. Delta is nothing but a very small charge. This is a small charge development in water. OH minus is having delta minus. So this is H plus and OH minus. Now suppose you have brought NaCl molecule. That is nothing but common salt. Na has got plus charge, chlorine minus charge. When water molecule is going to come close to this part, it will basically attract Na, OH will attract the Na part, H will attract the Cl part, and thereby break the force of attraction present between NaCl molecule. Now Na is surrounded by OH minus because plus and minus attracts each other. H is surrounded by chlorine atom. This will attract each other. This force, whatever is being put forward by water, is known as its dielectric constant. Because of this power, it can reduce the electrostatic force of attraction between positive and negative charge ion, and thereby it dissolves almost all substances forming aqueous solution. The bent shape of water makes it polar, and the partial charge bent, actually water has got a bent shape. It looks like this. Okay, this is because of the lone pair of electrons present over here. It is supposed to bend itself. Now, this shape actually helps it to attract parts of polar molecule. Some polar molecule Na plus, Cl minus. This power will basically help it to attract the other molecule close to each other, and thereby it will act as a universal solvent. This question is very important. Please note it down. Lastly, what are the important factors because of which dissolved water is important? Importance of dissolved water. Essential for growth and development of plant. See, there are some amount of salt that is dissolved in water. Why is it essential? Because it is going to add taste also. It is essential for growth and development. It supplies essential minerals needed by our body as well. Okay. So I am done with the first part of water, which contains the physical properties of water majorly. In the next video, I will discuss about solubility, mass percent, volume percent. So if you like this video, please hit the like button and share for more. Thank you.